Tonight, we are breaking some major news about what's being called the most aggressive border security plan in American history. Former ICE Director Tom Homan isn't just preparing for Trump's return, he's already coordinating with Democrat mayors who've finally seen the light. New York City's Eric Adams has reached out to him directly. What we've learned about their conversation will shock you. Meanwhile, Mexico is already dismantling migrant caravans, and even Justin Trudeau is falling in line after Trump's stunning 51st state comment. Oh, yeah, wait till you see this. The Great Border Awakening has begun, and we've got the exclusive details about what's coming. And while Tom Homan works to reverse the aging of our border security, you can reverse your own clock with BioTrust Revolutionary Collagen Formula. Just as our border needs all types of security measure, your body needs all 5 types of collagen for optimal results. This groundbreaking mixture helps reduce visible aging signs, just as Homan's plan will reduce visible border chaos. Take action now. We have 51% off plus free VIP coaching at healthwithgary.com. Don't wait until it's too late to restore your youthful appearance while supporting real border security. Visit healthwithgary.com. Link down below. And we thank our sponsor for making it happen. Okay, this was probably the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay, yes, it was Salty Goat says, I'm rolling. Trump told Trudeau when he was at Mar-A-Lago that if Canada can't survive without ripping off the U.S., maybe it should become the 51st state, and he should be the governor. Oh, you don't believe me? Watch this.
New details about that Trump. And tonight we're getting some new details about that Trump-Trudeau dinner from 2 people who were at the table. We are told that when Trudeau told President-elect Trump that new tariffs would kill the Canadian economy, Trump joked to him that if Canada can't survive without ripping off the U.S. to the tune of $100 billion a year, then maybe Canada should become the 51st state and Trudeau could become its governor. Brett.
More on that detail with the panel. Peter, thank
you. Could you imagine Trump sitting across from Trudeau? Like, listen, Trudeau, Canada is just America's bitch. So either you fall in line or become the 51st state. Oh, man. How funny. I mean, Trump just freaking cracks me up. Now, 4 hours ago, we got some news from the Department of Government Efficiency. I've got a lot to talk about on this border thing, so let's just roll with the punches with me, okay? Just roll with me here. Department of Government Efficiency just posted this 4 hours ago. In 2023 alone, illegal immigration cost taxpayers in just 2023 $150.7 billion. Now, to put this in context, with other costs adjusted for inflation, World War I cost $334 billion. The Apollo space program, $257 billion. Manhattan Project, $30 billion. Panama Canal, $15.2 billion. The Hoover Dam, $1 billion. Yeah, that is how much illegal immigration is costing Americans in just 1 year. Wait till the 2024 numbers come out. Donald Trump back in the White House. I can't wait for Tom Homan to be in charge of the border. He knows the law, immigration, and border like he breathes, and this is one of the best moments ever, putting that brain-dead twit AOC in her place.
If Trump wins, this guy is going to be back running the border. And I want to remind you guys who this guy is when he sat down with AOC and AOC tried to grill him. Yeah. And watch what happened to AOC when she tried to grill a man who knows the law.
You'll hear the
Go ahead and watch it. It's just entertaining. Go ahead.
Of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommended zero tolerance.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Bartender.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their...
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father from his family.
Mr. Homan, with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
What?
When you enter the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay.
Wow.
So the
That's the part.
Yeah,
So
she-
this guy, Tom Homan,
the best.
is one of the most feared men when it comes down to this because he knows the law. And to be a guy like that, you have to be as strong as he is to run it. If Trump gets elected, this guy's protecting your border.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Homan is on fire. Tom Homan, November 14th. The left has gone crazy. I had more death threats than ever before. Me and my family had to move my family out. Here he is talking with Don Jr.
But the one I woke up this morning, and I was actually in the shower, I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm a bad guy by all the left media. Think about this for a moment. So the people that want to enforce the law, they're the bad guy. But the ones who break the law, they're the victims. It's just incredible how they flip this upside down. So look, again, they can write what they want, and that's why you see me on YouTube in congressional testimony. They want to shut you up. They want to let you talk. And they can gavel me as much as they want. They can stick the gavel where the sun don't shine. I'm the only one in that room under oath. I'm the only one in that room actually earned the right to talk because of my 3.5 decades on the border. I know more about the border than they'll ever know. So, the left has gone crazy. I got more death threats right now than ever before against me and my family. I actually moved my family out of here. So it's incredible where we have become. The left has lost their minds. And so please keep screaming, keep yelling, because I'm coming. And me and the President of the United States is going to make this country safer. We're going to save millions of lives, hundreds of thousands of lives from fentanyl overdoses. We're going to decrease sex trafficking of women and children. We're going to drastically slow down any terrorist that wants to come across that southern border. We're going to save America, and I can't wait to get started January 20th.
Buckle up. He is coming. Now check this out, okay? We got some more on that thing there. Okay, we got this. People know about the fentanyl numbers. We're going to get to that. I want to talk about this what happened with this caravan. Okay? Here it is, okay? This is 6 hours ago. Small migrant caravan sets out from southern Mexico heading north, but is unlikely to reach the U.S. border after authorities broke up 2 other small caravans headed to the U.S. over the weekend. Tapachula, Mexico. I believe that many people, if there was an opportunity in Monterrey or elsewhere, would stay here. Many of those who are here, Venezuelans and Cubans. Venezuelans or Cubans prefer to stay here rather than return to their countries. We have to have faith, and if we can't make it, we have to try to get to Mexico to grant us residency, and if not, we're going to be sent back to our country. There's no other way. We try to look for new economic opportunities to get ahead, to work. We are honest, hardworking people. Yeah, so come here like the rest of the people that come here. Okay, you don't just invade the country by coming over the border. Okay. Let's see here. This is Representative Kamek.
Republican Congresswoman Kat Kamek of Florida. How much worse could they be? I know on Capitol Hill you have access to things that we don't see.
Well, Harris, it is worse than people know. Just look at the fentanyl numbers alone. 300 people on average are being poisoned and killed every day by the fentanyl that is pouring over our borders into our communities. The murder, the sexual assaults, everything that you can think of is happening at the hands of these dangerous, deadly cartels. And they're happening in every single community in America today. In my own region, in my own district, we have had murders at the hands of Mexican cartels. We've had bricks of fentanyl stamped with the cartel's logo on them found. We have had sexual assaults. We have had children trafficked. You can't even imagine the depravity that takes place in every single community as a result of Biden's open border crisis. It is worse than people realize. And what's even more damaging, I think, is the fact that if 300 people a day had died in an airline crash, if every day a plane was going down, there would have been every flight grounded by the end of the week, and a task force would have been set up to figure out how to fix it. Under the Biden administration, they didn't care. They let Americans die, and their blood is on their hands.
Wow, I've never heard it put that way, but it's so true. Back in December of 23, here's what Homan had to say about when Trump returns to the White House.
Hello, I'm Tom Homan from Border 911. You know, I wake up every morning pissed off on what this administration has done to our national security, to our southern border. When I worked for the Trump administration, we handed this administration the most secure border of my lifetime. They unsecure this border on purpose. What commander-in-chief does that to the nation? And has resulted in a record number of Americans dying from fentanyl, over 112,000. A record number of women and children being sex trafficked into the United States. This is devastating to America. We can't have national security without border security. The Border 911 team, who is experts, the most profound experts in the world when it comes to border security, are going to spend the next year educating the American people on why border security matters. It's a national security threat, it's a public safety threat, it's a public health threat. When President Trump walks back in the Oval Office in January of 2025, we'll lock this border down in 120 days. Hello, I'm Tom Homan.
120 days. It's going to be locked down in 120 days. Vivek Ramaswamy, 11 hours ago, calls for scrutiny of U.S. government funding NGOs, highlighting the need for transparency in foreign aid and nonprofit activities contributing to the border crisis. Oh, how much money is being sent to those NGOs? They're making so much money off this border crisis. It is absolutely absurd. Here is Jordan Peterson talking about, excuse me, talking about Trudeau's immigration policies.
You could see that he was about immigration. Why is he changing his tone? Well, he's changing his tone because the policies that he put in place, which demolished the Canadian immigration system and threw the borders wide open, upending decades of effective immigration policy in Canada, have caused a catastrophic crisis in the country. And now you could see that he was blaming that on educational institutions and bad corporate actors. And that's exactly typical of him and his 14-year-old mentality. Everything that's gone wrong on the immigration front in Canada is 100% attributable to Justin Trudeau and his pack of demented minions. So now it's gone so badly in Canada that he has no choice but to reverse course. And then to see him flailing around to find someone to blame is exactly as pathetic as you'd expect from someone like him.
It is similar that they both flew open the borders. They denied it was a problem, and now they can't deny it. And they're trying to save their political fortunes.
Yeah, they're all trying to save face now because there's a new sheriff in town. Tom Homan is the man. Here we have Congresswoman Debbie Lesko. The American people are sick and tired.
Great to be on. The most populous county in the state of Arizona. Congresswoman, thanks for joining us today, and congratulations on your new position.
Thank you so much, and it's great to be on.
You're welcome. Let's get right into it. I want to talk about the border and the numbers of encounters that we have seen over the last 8 years. If we can put those numbers up, you can see, look at that. It has really skyrocketed under the Biden administration. The numbers are just through the roof there. How do you think the incoming Trump administration can change this and bring those numbers down? And, you know, we heard Tom Homan in the last reporter piece there talking about targeting Tren de Aragua and really cracking down on the border.
Well, I can't tell you how thankful I am that the voters elected President Trump. Things are really going to change. As you know, when President Trump was in the office before, the numbers were way down. And then once Biden and Harris got in, the numbers of border crossers went way up. There's just a major difference in belief systems between my Democratic colleagues and my Republican colleagues. We believe in law and order. We believe in securing the border. That's why when I was in the state legislature in Arizona before Congress, we passed a really strong immigration bill, SB 1070 in 2010, because Obama was in office then. And when I've been in Congress, we passed HR 2 out of the House to try to secure the border. The Democrats fought us every single inch of time. This time, even in the state of Arizona, we've passed a ballot measure so that we can try to enforce border laws here. Our Democratic governor opposed it. And so I am so thankful that we finally got President Trump back in to secure our border and keep our communities safe.
Amen. Oh, man, it is so long overdue. Those deportation videos are going to be scary, though. The media is going to play those on repeat. Here is 10 hours ago, Border Czar Tom Homan announcing the Trump administration going to investigate the UN and other NGOs. Oh, yeah, baby. People are going to be held accountable.
In crisis, I tell you what, the Trump team coming to town, we're going to take control January 20th, and people are going to be held accountable. We're going to be very transparent. We're going to get behind. What did the United Nations have to do with this open border crisis? Who in the administration, the Biden administration, opened the doors on this humanitarian crisis? What NGOs were involved in this? We're going to be very transparent to American people, and we're going to tell them the truth, what happened on this border. Again, by design, and we're going to let the American people know who was involved, why, and hold them accountable.
Remember those flyers that Real Muckraker published? We did a story on it maybe about a year ago. Flyers were put up in porta potties in Mexico that explained how to get into the country. Okay? And they were published by the United Nations, maps being published by the UN on places to go. I mean, they are all complicit in this. Democrats, Will Barclay, 10 hours ago, Democrats have opened the front door to our state and allowed thousands of criminal migrants to walk right in. A disastrous combination of a border crisis and pro-criminal policies. New York Post Metro. New York City is now home to over 58,000 criminal migrants, including more than 1,000 gang members. News 4 San Antonio. A federal appeals court Wednesday ruled that Border Patrol agents cannot cut razor wire that Texas installed at the U.S.-Mexico border in the town of Eagle Pass. Remember that? Finally. Trump admin needs to quickly come up with far more serious charges than any caught sneaking into the U.S. Cartels demand higher border crossing fees after Trump victory. Oh, yeah, they're raising their prices. Trump's achievement before taking office, Canada strengthened the border after tariff threats. Amid tension between Mexico and the U.S. ahead of the inauguration of Donald Trump, Mexican immigration authorities broke up 2 small migrant caravans headed for the U.S. Another caravan left Chiapas on Monday. We have this. Activists say Mexican authorities have broken up 2 migrant caravans heading into the U.S. And now this. California, though, is going to use taxpayer funds to protect illegals in their state from deportation. California will set aside money to battle the Trump administration.
Seek either legal. The governor has called a special session that will convene this week to set aside money to battle the Trump administration. Wow. Will some of that money also be set aside to protect migrants and undocumented immigrants in California as they seek either legal advice or continued legal financial backing to support their efforts to stay within California and the United States?
Yeah. Again, if the first Trump administration is any indicator, we know that there will continue to be a lot of fear in communities, and communities that deserve to know what their rights are and what their rights are not. And so if it's legal assistance, legal advice, legal support, that's just the California way. We embrace our diversity. Our diversity is what's made our communities thrive and our economy thrive. And so we will assist families against the threats of the Trump administration.
Governor has called a special...
I think that's called treason. Isn't that called treason? Okay. Oh, remember this? Here's Hillary.
Deport them. No crime, deport. Shadows, if they've committed a crime, deport them. No questions asked, they're gone. If they've been working and are law-abiding, we should say, here are the conditions for you staying. You have to pay a stiff fine because you came here illegally. You have to pay back taxes, and you have to try to learn English, and you have to wait in line.
Hillary Clinton actually said those words. Isn't that hilarious? Oh, now, here is this. Okay, Border Czar Homan will be working with Mayor Eric Adams.
Down to meet with me. The Democratic mayor in New York, Eric Adams, a former cop, is ready to work with you. I hope so, because I've just been notified he wants to sit down and meet with me. I'm willing to meet with him. I'm willing to meet with anybody to help make their community safer. Because again, prioritization out of the gate is public safety threats. Work with us on that. It makes your community safer. It keeps my officers safe. It keeps the community safe. Let's work together and get this done.
When's that meeting happen?
I haven't responded yet, but I'll respond this week.
Okay, we'll be in touch with you and him. Tom Homan, thanks. Maybe you can come on together, and we'll have it out.
Wow.
Thank you, sir.
Tom Homan is already working with the mayor of New York. Here is 9 hours ago, posted by Libs of TikTok. California Governor Gavin Newsom has called a special session of the state legislature to prepare a legal defense fund using taxpayer dollars to fight against policies enacted by Donald Trump. This guy.
Programs.
Unbelievable, this guy. Okay. Anyway.
It's the special session. That's a special session to focus on litigation, preparation, as it relates to the reality. It's not a theoretical exercise. We know what happened the last time Donald Trump was president. He vandalized our progress. He vandalized our programs. He broke the law. Courts adjudicated that. It's not an assertion. He did certain things that were unwound at the agency level that attacked this state. And so we are preparing for that. And that was the whole point, is the whole point of the special session. We're not going to be caught flat-footed, and we want to be prepared as early as January 20th, and that's why the special session is important. We also have a brand new legislature coming in, a lot of new people, and this will be an opportunity to engage and convene, talk about the previous 122 lawsuits. Again, we reacted to the assault. It wasn't a proactive litigation strategy. It was a reactive strategy. I hope there's not one lawsuit with Trump administration.
I feel like this guy's going to sell me like some ShamWow, like cleaners or something. It's not going to do, shit.
Said open hand, not a closed fist. No governor in California worked more closely. No governor in the country, I would argue, Democrat, worked more closely, Democratic governor, with Donald Trump than I did during COVID. Same time, he took $1 billion of your high-speed rail money. Same time, he tried to take your crime grants. At the same time, he tried to vandalize most of the progress of the last half century as we were getting along.
Oh, wow.
So again, no one's naive. I've been there. We have the receipts. We know exactly what he intends to do. He's been very honest about that.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to suggest the last 2 weeks that he's not even more hell-bent on doing it. Look at the folks, one less today, that he's lining up to run these agencies. And that's why it's very important we're doing the work we're doing today, putting our head down, not focusing on Trump, focusing on you, focusing on communities like this. At the same time, we want to protect our state and protect our values. Billions and billions of dollars of your money in the Central Valley at stake.
I still can't believe this guy's still governor. I can't believe he's governor still. Yeah, unreal. Justin Trudeau posting this. Thanks for dinner last night, President Trump. Look forward to the work we can do together. That's the dinner that he said that Canada would be the 51st state. Oh, how beautiful. You got to love the humor of President Trump. Oh, boy. Oh, man. Where's that clip? I want to play that one more time because it's just so damn funny.
When Trudeau... And tonight we're getting some new details about that Trump-Trudeau dinner from two people who were at the table. We are told that when Trudeau told President-elect Trump that new tariffs would kill the Canadian economy, Trump joked to him that if Canada can't survive without ripping off the U.S. to the tune of $100 billion a year, then maybe Canada should become the 51st state and Trudeau could become its governor. Right.
Oh, man. Donald Trump, dude. Okay, folks. It's all gonna go down, and it's gonna go down hard, and it's gonna go down fast. January 20th could not come soon enough. Tom Homan's already on the case. We got caravans already getting broken up. We got world leaders who are already bending the knee. NGOs about to be investigated. The United Nations about to be investigated. Oh, my friends, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. What we're witnessing is nothing short of a complete paradigm shift. Democrat mayors who once championed sanctuary cities are now quietly reaching out to Tom Homan. Same politician who called Trump's wall racist are now begging for help. Even Canada is getting the message. America First isn't just a slogan, it's a promise. But here's the question that's got everybody talking. When Democrat mayors are already cooperating with Trump's team, what does that tell you about what they're seeing in their internal polling? What do they know the mainstream media isn't telling us? Show your support for secure borders with our new MAGA Avengers collection at shop.nextnewsnetwork.com. And drop your thoughts in the comments. Should Trump make Tom Homan the Secretary of Homeland Security? Should he elevate him to that position? I think Kristi Noem's already got it, but man, Tom Homan, not bad. Drop a thought.